Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to the Cultras, episode 2. And the theme is the same as last week, and it's all smiles. Actually, the smile this week is even bigger. And yes, I'm wearing a Spain shirt with number 6 on it. And I know Thiago doesn't wear number 6 for Spain. He actually wears the number 10 when he plays, and this is the great Andre Iniesta's shirt. But you know what? For the purpose of this video, it's going to work out just fine. So, where else can I start other than the reigning Premier League champions carrying on this start to the season by beating Chelsea 2-0. Now, I have to start by saying I heard a few people today talking about how the red card changed the game. Really? Like, you honestly think that the red card changed the game? For me, it just changed how quickly Liverpool won the match, to be honest. I think the first half was, I wouldn't say even, but I think both teams were feeling each other out. It had the bit of a chess feel, but I think we were the better team by far. I think everyone else concurs, but I don't know, maybe it's just the football banter trying to say that, just trying to pull Liverpool down on anything that they possibly can. I'm going to get on to the Magic Man shortly, because there's just going to be a lot about that beautiful footballer soon. But I'm going to start with more about the match. And first things first, if Sadio Mane doesn't play the masterclass up front, what about Fabinho? You know, we keep hearing this thing within the Liverpool fan base of depth. And obviously we sold Dejan Lovren this summer. The plan, in my opinion, was always for Fabinho to drop back. And what a performance. I think there was a split second hairbreadth of a moment where it was like, oh, is Timo going to get the better of him? But no, like, I think if Mane doesn't have that masterclass, I think even still my man of the match is Fabinho. And what an option he's going to be playing there. Other than that, I think most of the Liverpool performance was as you would want it to be. Very happy with Alisson's penalty save. I think he's come under some unnecessary criticism in the last couple of months, including the tail end of last season. The rest, everyone else seemed to just ease their way into the game, and then the moment that did change the match, I don't think it made us win, but I think obviously the moment that changed the match was wonderful vision from the captain. Probably saw the main man sitting on the bench and was like, hey, I have a pass or two in my arsenal as well. But honestly, what on earth was Christensen doing? And the fact that Frank Lampard said afterwards that whatever he said, I don't want to butcher the quote, but the fact that some of those are given and some of them are not given, nah. You know, when managers say things like that, you all almost kind of don't even want to listen to them anymore, because that's just ridiculous. My interpretation of it was, how the hell did the referee give a yellow card? But I think he was just buying time, and I don't want to say that's a negative against the referee, because I think he made the right decision, but I just don't know how he ever thought that was a yellow card. And beside that, I think Salah was good up front as well. He didn't get any goals. And then beside that, what else can you say about Mane? Just the resilience, the sheer will to win. Wonderful header. How good is he in the air as well? And then the main event, which I keep wanting to delay that till later in this episode. But Thiago came on as well and pulled a few strings and was very, very, very impressive. So, I don't know. I think I made the prediction last week that I think we were going to win the league. I still think we're going to win the league, and I almost think we were going to win the league even more than I did last week. So, we're going to have to ride that wave for this season and see how that pans out. But so far, so good for Liverpool. On the Chelsea side, the goalkeeper situation is ridiculous, and I actually feel for Kepa, to be honest, as a human. I remember when Liverpool have had all the calamity goalkeeper situations, all the way back from David James, and then obviously Simon Mignolet, even Pepe Reina dropped some clangers along the way as well. So having now got Alisson in goal and knowing what that means, and Chelsea themselves, they had Petr Cech in goal for years and years. So for them, they must be really feeling this right now. But I do feel for him as a human being. Football fan side of it is whatever. We all have to deal with this, and they've got plenty of money, and it looks like they're going to be signing a replacement now anyway. Defensively, I think they're terrible, to be honest, Chelsea. Maybe Thiago Silva will figure that out. Midfield as well yesterday, I kind of felt that there was nothing really to that part of it as well. But again, I say this with one half of them not even being an entity. I feel bad for Havertz as well. Like a lot of feeling bad for the Chelsea team here. I mean, what's he supposed to do? He's like fresh off the plane. He plays one game, plays a second game, can't really make an impact. I don't even know if he's a number 9, to be honest. When I first became aware of Kai Havertz, he was a midfielder, even a defensive midfielder. Yeah, I mean, a bit of a attacking midfielder as well. And now he's leading the line for Chelsea. And Timo Werner, the one that got away, I said it last week. First 2 weeks, I don't know. Chelsea love a flop. They love a Torres flop. They love a Shevchenko flop. They couldn't even make Crespo work. So for every Didier Drogba, Timo's got a lot of work to do. I always rated him as a player. I still think he will come good. But first 2 weeks, he's rapid. He's definitely super quick. That's always going to be a huge asset in the Premier League. But I'm not convinced by his touch so far. I mean, 2 games in, obviously. Let's see where this goes. But no, I don't see it with Chelsea. And if anything else, like they're definitely not going to finish above Liverpool and Man City, in my opinion. The rest of the weekend, I said something about Arsenal last week. I'm still going to keep that theme going. I think that they might actually be the real deal here. To turn the corner. I mean, they're not going to challenge for the Premier League, but I think for them, for their fans, obviously, the ones that have lived through the glory days of the Premier League, that's where they want to get to, and back in the Champions League. But for now, just to be consistent is probably where they want to get to. And I actually see it. I actually see Arteta changing things and making a difference. And they're up next for us as well at Anfield. So over the last few years, that's generally been a huge game for us for confidence and goal difference. Next week, I think, is going to be a bit tighter. I fancy us to win based on current form, but watch out for Arsenal and watch out for Everton as well. I've watched both their games now and been highly impressed, particularly obviously with James. He's going to get all the headlines, but even Calvert-Lewin, I think, for the people who watch the great Ancelotti Milan team, shades of Pippo Inzaghi here, the guy just is there and able to put the ball in the back of the net. So, and we've got Everton coming up soon as well. So lots of cool stories are already developing in the Premier League. But obviously, I have to save a little bit for Man United. So, I mean, for all those that can't guess it, I was actually born and raised in Manchester and I went to school in Stratford. So, in the glory days as well. So for me, Man United is maybe even more of a spiky rival. So to see them lose on the first day for them, which is very rare, but to lose like that, I probably didn't mind that too much, but they need signings, and I'm really not sure what to say there. I've got so many friends and even loved ones who are United fans, and I just seem to get like mixed reviews. Some of them just want to pretend like everything's going to be okay. I don't think that anything's going to be okay while Salk's just a manager. As a Liverpool fan, I just think that's one of those when, put it this way, when Liverpool had the great Rafa Benitez, world class, in my opinion, world class manager, certainly a world class coach. When we had Rafa as the manager, some United fans used to say he's just not that guy, and that's Rafa Benitez. Champions League winner, La Liga winner twice, and obviously he's won the Europa League as well, or was it the UEFA Cup at the time? Either way, he's won multiple European competitions. Ollie's not that guy. No way. No chance. So it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. And just the Jadon Sancho thing as well. The obsession with getting Sancho is bizarre at this point. I think that's very obvious they need help at the back. I mean, even Harry Maguire ain't that guy. So very interesting what's going to happen with United over the next 2 weeks, in these last 2 weeks of the window. Okay, I'm looking at the clock and this episode's already reached the 10-minute mark, so I just need to talk about the man, Thiago. Okay, so I actually think that this is the best ever signing that Liverpool have ever made of a ready-made man. And, I've already had Liverpool fans debate this to me. Listen, I think that this is a no-brainer. This is a no-contest. Torres, Suarez, Alonso, anybody we bought was always potential at the very highest level. I was a big La Liga watcher when we signed Xabi. I was there for his debut in the ground, and he was amazing. Xabi Alonso was maybe my favorite player of that era, but he wasn't the finished article. Same thing with Fernando Torres. I know Fernando Torres was always destined to get to certainly where he got with Liverpool, but we watched Euro 2004, World Cup 2006. He had the number 9 shirt on for Spain, so they believed in him, but he wasn't quite there yet. Obviously, Rafa kicked him on a few levels. You can talk about Luis Suarez doing it in the World Cup for Uruguay. No, he had a great season at Ajax, but we've seen how that worked for, say, somebody like Mattia Kazman or even Afonso Alves for Middlesbrough. That doesn't guarantee success. Thiago is a baller, an absolute baller. The only thing we've seen close to him, in my opinion, in that role is Xavi, and that's the reason he had to leave Barcelona. Really cool story. I have an amazing friend in Germany from Munich who is devastated. He's actually devastated. Thiago was his favorite player, and when we signed Thiago, he gave me a stat which said, of all the games, 100% of the games that Thiago played for Bayern Munich, he had the most touches or the most passes in every single game. 100% of the game. That's how vital Thiago was to that all-conquering in Germany Bayern Munich team. What a player. And we saw it already. This is so friggin' exciting. I've yearned for a player like this at Liverpool since Xabi left. 2009 was a long time ago. I was still living in England at the time. And then we saw the great things Xabi went and did at Real Madrid and even Bayern Munich. But this guy's even more dynamic than Xabi. He's Xavi, actually. And, if you were keeping your ear to the ground on different kinds of content, you heard all the Barcelona fans saying they never replaced him. One of the biggest regrets of all time was him leaving that club. We got a world-class midfielder. And I'm not even going to talk about the price, because the price is based on the fact that he had 1 year left on his contract. What business? And, the one thing we were missing was that baller in the middle of the pitch. That's the one criticism you could give to Liverpool was, they might lack a bit of creativity in midfield. So now we've got Thiago Alcântara. Are you actually kidding me? This doesn't even feel real still 3 days later. I've been non-stop smiling. Like I said, I even wore a shirt just to pay homage to him. I'm so friggin' excited, and instantly, he just takes our credibility up as a pure football team as well. So, I remember when I first started watching Thiago play, and I was like, who the hell is this kid? And to think, I actually think he's so underrated as well, because, in the shades of greatness, people will talk about Pirlo. I've already talking about Xabi, Alonso. This guy's like the one. Like, this guy's as good as anything. So So exciting for Liverpool. So exciting. And I haven't even had a chance to talk about Diego Jota in this video. So that's probably for next time. Right now, I just want to sign off with, again, super happy with how things are going so far. Cannot wait till the next game for us, for Liverpool. But I also have to say the season has just started on fire as well. You know, one team I didn't mention so far is Tottenham. Had a terrible first game, and then look at what just happened in this last game, and then they just signed Gareth Bale as well, which I actually think is also going to be a monumental signing. I think he's going to be incredible. Knowing some Tottenham fans, they're a little bit on the fence about it. I think they're just feeling a bit jaded because of Jose, because he sucks the air out of everything. But Gareth Bale, in my opinion, isn't even his age. I think just because of how little he's played. A bit injury prone, obviously. But besides that, I think he's going to be raring to go. So it's been an incredible start to the Premier League season. Just keeps this whole COVID craziness going a bit easier. And this is the end of episode 2. So please share with your friends. Please spread the love. Subscribe however you want to interact with me. Give me some feedback as well. And that's all for now. Thank you.